Hey guys, this is Jack,
And this is Chelsea.
and this is just a video, Chelsea's first video, besides, our intro one, and this isn't going to be me talking about my changes that are happening week to week or month to month. This is Chelsea kind of updating and talking about, being, I guess, the partner to a trans person.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? That makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna, I guess, facilitate questions and ask questions and all that stuff and answer truthfully.
Scout's honor.
Good. All right. So, what are your feelings about me starting T and the whole transition process?
Well, I feel like we were fully prepared for what changes T were going to bring, and I think T was going to bring. I think that by preparing ourselves and the fact that I was able to know in advance the changes that would be coming, and kind of as we get to see those progress, I think that it's been helpful and it was good to be prepared in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm grateful for that time that we had of preparation, and I know that you hated the waiting process, but I really think that the timing actually worked out really well.
Mm-hmm.
As far as how the transition process is going, I think that socially things are going really well. With different people that we've been sharing with, just experiencing a lot of love there. And also with going to Monday night groups, I think that we've just really been able to get involved and able to get questions answered and answer questions for others. And it's been a neat sharing time to be able to see and to, make friends through that. We've actually become really close with one person specifically, just really close friends with her, and have gotten to spend time with her kids, and so that's been a neat experience to be able to kind of see how other people go through their changes and what those are like for them too.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, her and her wife and her kids are just phenomenal, and
mm-hmm.
it's nice going through this process with another, I guess, couple.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's neat. So now I'm a month on T and all that stuff, and what are your feelings about these changes? Like, are you excited? Are you nervous?
I think I was mostly nervous in the beginning. I was nervous because we had a couple friends that we had met that after their transition, they actually changed sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a really scary thing for me of wow, what if you aren't attracted to me anymore? Oh my gosh, that's really scary. And we've gone through all these things, and then we get through the transition, and this is just not a relationship that's going to blossom anymore. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so scary.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something that until we met them, I hadn't even known that was a possibility. So that was
Mm-hmm.
just a funny result of being in group and realizing some changes that we didn't know about previously.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that I have pretty much been nervous for. But as
well, I mean, I just want to say, those people have said that they were kind of questioning their sexuality. It changes day by day. They were leaning kind of this way. So, on hormones, I mean, I don't know if this is scientifically proven or anything, but they have said that on hormones, it just makes things, just pushes you towards the way that you were leaning. Anyways, and so, I mean, I knew going into this that I, was a heterosexual. I identify as a straight male, and I guess more than anything, T has made me, or hopefully will make me more, identify like that. I don't know if that makes sense, but
it does make sense.
Yeah.
It was just still a scary thing for me.
It is. I understand. Don't be scared.
But other than that, I've just been really excited and things are happening really fast
Mm-hmm.
for what we thought was going to happen, but that's been good, and Jack's really happy about that, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I am just grateful to see things happening, and it's been good because I've been able to kind of point things out to you that sometimes you don't even notice.
Mm-hmm.
So I think,
It's neat.
yeah, and having a partner go through this process with you, while it's hard, because that's obviously a tricky conversation and a hard thing to figure out where we stand, I think that another person kind of speaking into your life and giving you an opinion about what's going on and what they see, I think that's been a cool experience for both of us to go through.
Yeah. And like, what has made you excited? You know, what changes do you look forward to? What changes have you seen in this month so far that you've been excited about?
Well, I think especially things are really exciting when it's when it helps you to pass, because you get this like nervous, excited energy whenever that happens, and you can just see it written all over his face that it's like a, oh my gosh, did you see what just happened? Like, whoa. And so that's been neat, and it's been like an exciting moment for me too, that we just kind of, it's funny, it's like we shared this little secret like in the middle of a store or something, like, and so that's been like a neat little connection thing, and so I just think those moments are cool, and so that's been like a really exciting thing for me.
Yeah, it has been really cool. You know, for me as well. But no, I understand where you're coming from. Trying to figure out what else. It's yeah, it's been really neat so far going through this transition, having you there with me, and you know, I don't know what it would be like to go through my transition, you know, alone, and then trying to find love later on in life. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that everything kind of happened the way that it happened.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for, you know, maybe trans guys, or you know, even trans women, or partners, or, and you know, people who are going through this process, going through, you know, either they're starting to transition, or they've only just recently come out, you know, the early stages of transitioning. Do you have any sort of advice?
In terms of what?
Well, in terms of, well, let's, I guess let's cover for partners of trans people. Do you have any advice on, you know, how to support them, or how to show love?
I mean, my best advice would basically be just to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's hard because a lot of times you don't want to talk about things.
Mm-hmm.
But I can imagine that there would be a lot of people out there that do. And if that were the case with you, like, it would be really important, I think, to be open to listening. But I think in your case, I kind of push you to talk and tell me, how are you feeling and what have you noticed, and tell me how your day has been, and did anything happen today that made you feel dysphoric, or like, I think that being able to have those conversations and kind of force you to think through that so that we can have a conversation, and that you can come to grips with what has taken place. I think like just really being reflectionary in that has been good.
Communication has been key.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not a feelings person, and you know, pushing me to talk about that has been really important for a relationship.
Yeah. But I mean, other than that, I think that just really like understanding what it is that your partner wants is crucial. And I have just been in the process of learning like how it is that you want me to approach certain things, and I think that goes for any relationship,
Mm-hmm.
trans or not. So yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's my advice.
makes sense. That's a good one. That's good advice. Anything else you want to throw in there? Any other sort of advice?
No?
Okay, I kind of sprung that on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, I'll give you ample thinking time next time. So, yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think we have anything else. Kind of wrote a list, but I think the second part of that list talks about family acceptance, and I think that's a whole nother video on its own.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it's been a good talk so far about transitioning and feelings about that. So, cool. So hopefully we can get another video up sometime soon. Fingers crossed. We're pretty busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything for Chelsea or I, shoot us a message and we'll be glad to answer it and have a discussion and talk. But until next time, I said that again. I said that in my last video. Have a good night and or day or whenever you're watching this. So we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.